Hey guys, how you doing? Dave here. Welcome back to Cook and Share, and there's nothing I like more than a good pull. It's vibrant, fresh, healthy, it just pops in your mouth. All these ingredients you'll probably have in your pantry. It goes together relatively easy. Let me show you how to do this. Okay guys, let's begin. For the chicken broth, we have the ingredients of, we have a thumb-sized ginger, and that's a big thumb, but it's a good-sized ginger. A fairly good-sized whole onion cut in half. A green onion. 2 star anise. 1 cinnamon stick, I love cinnamon. A tablespoon of whole peppercorns. A teaspoon of brown sugar. And we're going to fish sauce this to taste. I would say this is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of half a teaspoon. And you're also going to need 2 chicken breasts. This is boneless, skinless, depending on how many people you're serving. And 6 cups of water. For the garnish, we're going to need 6 leaves of basil, fresh from the garden. Some lime. 2 stalks of green onions. Cilantro. Some sliced onion. And some hot chili peppers. Oh, that's hot. Okay, to kick things off here, I'm going to char up my onion. So I'm just going to place this on a gas stove. And the ginger, and if you don't have a gas stove, you can always broil it. And this is where that wonderful aroma fills the air. And we'll just leave these on for a few minutes. This smells so good, the fresh scent of Vietnam. And these are starting to char up beautifully. You can see that brown on there. That's really what you want. Okay, now these are nicely charred. I'm just going to set them aside on a plate. So what I've got is a pan over medium-high heat, and I'm going to add in my whole peppercorns, my cinnamon stick, and that wonderful star anise. And we're just going to cook these through until they're fragrant. Now the wonderful aroma has filled the air. I'm just going to put these on my plate. Sorry if I'm blocking you there. Okay, what I've got here is a large pot. And again, over medium-high heat, I'm going to add the chicken in. Followed by my water. And I said 6 cups, and this is 6 cups, about 1,500 milliliters. Somebody was saying, well, it's the 20th century, we need milliliters. So that's the milliliters. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this to a boil. Now once we're boiled, we've got a skim of scum on the top. That's a good word, skim of scum, or a good phrase. I'm just going to skim it off, just to achieve that perfect pure effect. Now I'm going to lower the heat to a simmer, because you really don't want this boiling too badly. Then we're simply going to add in our spices. Our green onion that I've simply folded in half. The fish sauce. And last but not least, the sugar. Okay, I'm going to slip the lid on, and we're going to allow this to simmer for about 20 or 25 minutes. If you have lots of time, you can let it simmer a little bit longer. Now, I do this all the time, and I get delicious po in about 30 minutes. I guess what I mean to say is po is always longer, but we're going to make this in 30 minutes. Okay, guys, well, the chicken is cooking. I boiled up some water in a separate pot, and I'm going to add in a handful of bean sprouts. And we're just going to blanch these for about a minute or 2. After about a minute or 2, I'm going to remove these and put them in an ice bath to stop the cooking. Next up, in the same water, I'm going to slip in a handful of rice stick noodles, which you can buy in just about any grocery store, and I'm going to cook these up, I'd say for about 8 to 10 minutes. Once the noodles are done, I'm just going to go ahead and place these into a serving bowl. After about 20 or 25 minutes, the broth is beautifully done, so I'm just going to remove the lid, take out the chicken, and place it on a plate. Next up, I'm going to strain the broth into a bowl. This smells so good. Next, I'm going to put the broth back into the pot. And look at that beautiful clear broth. That's what you want to achieve. And once again, it just smells so good. And we're just going to bring this back to a boil and you can adjust the seasoning according to your taste. One of the last steps is to grab a couple of forks, and I'm just going to shred up the chicken. So tender. And I have to admit, I've cheated and tried a little piece of this, and it is so good. Finally, let's build our po by first placing the chicken over top of the rice stick noodles, a few of the bean sprouts, some hot chili peppers. Oh, that's hot. A couple of that wonderful fresh basil, some cilantro, some sliced onions. Ladle some of that delicious hot broth over the top. To top things off, some freshly squished lime. And last but not least, some of those wonderful green onions. And there you have it, our simply delicious chicken po. Okay guys, let's dig in and give this a taste test. Guys, this is so good. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's vibrant, it pops, that sense of healthiness comes through. I just love it. You gotta make this. And I have to add, it's perfect for a winter's day or a cold, rainy day. Yum, I'm gonna eat more. As always, for the full details on this recipe, head on over to cookandshare.com. All kinds of great stuff over there. Thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, and see you next time.